We are developing an assessment program. We'll do the self-assessment, we'll go to the boards and we'll say 3 questions. What have you been doing to improve behaviour, culture and competence within your organisation? What are your plans? What will you be doing? And what evidence do you as the board get to show whether you're succeeding or not? We'll carry out some independent assessment. It'll be a mixture of focus groups, interviews and probably some online assessments, asking staff in banks a whole range of questions. And later on we'll be asking customers of all types what their views and what their perceptions are. We'll be looking and seeing what the boards themselves are using and judging and deciding what is the best from that.
We look at a number of outcomes. For example, we ask colleagues for their views. We do what we call a culture survey to get a sense from all our employees about how they feel we're doing in terms of transforming the group and how we're doing on our culture journey. We do look at a number of different measures as it relates to, good customer outcomes in terms of, complaints through to the financial ombudsman, etc., to give us a good sense if we are going on the right journey.
Over 30 years, there's good evidence in other industries that if you pick 1 or 2 things as core proxies for culture, then it can start to give you real clarity about what's going on in the organisation. The best way really to observe a culture is to hang out in it and interact with it day to day. If you're measuring outcomes like fines or Net Promoter Score, you're not measuring culture, you're measuring outcomes. If you're measuring perception, and that's why I do think that actually the annual score in engagement and does my leader motivate me and those sort of things are relevant, because perception is perhaps getting closest to measuring culture. So being very clear about what you're measuring and how it links to culture, rather than just putting out a dashboard of 50 items and assuming that collectively it tells you what your culture is, I think can help.